Hi everyone! We're back to English for Ukrainian people, and today in particular we're going to talk about English for Ukrainian IT support. You know, IT support are those kinds of people that deal with English on a daily basis, and they make mistakes on a daily basis, in particular with prepositions. Today we're going to study the prepositions, or 5 typical cases where Ukrainian IT support make mistakes. Okay? So top 5 mistakes, prepositional mistakes that Ukrainian IT supporters make. Number 1, we're going to talk about provide. Provide is a verb, alright? And there are 2 typical sentences, 2 typical mistakes that Ukrainian IT supporters make with the word provide. They may say, please provide me the credentials. And nothing seems wrong with the sentence. But actually there is a grammar mistake. There's a prepositional mistake here. Another sentence, please provide to me the credentials. Okay, here's the preposition. Now everything seems fine. No. Another erratic sentence. Something is wrong here. Now let's see what. If you use the word provide, then, and you say provide something, let's say the information or anything that you want, then there is no preposition. Please provide the credentials. Please provide the information. Please provide something. No preposition is necessary here. Please provide the credentials. This sentence is 100% okay. Now, please provide me. Now, if you specify someone who is the receiver of what you're talking about, if you specify me or us, please provide me or provide us, then there is the preposition with. Please provide me with the credentials. That's good English. That's the correct way of putting or of using the word provide with the object who receives something that you're asking for. So please provide me with the credentials. Provide the credentials. Provide something. Provide somebody with something. Or you can put it differently. Please provide the credentials for me. There's no to. For me to access your account or something else, alright? So please provide the credentials for me to access something. There's no to. Number 2, contact. A very typical mistake. And you might be the one who makes the same mistakes, alright? Contact. There are 2 different words in English language, verb and a noun. Now we will contact to the developers team or the dev team. We will contact with the developer or with the dev team. Everything seems fine. No. No, it doesn't. At least it doesn't to a native speaker. We will contact the dev team. That's the right way. That's the right way of putting the sentence. Here, no preposition should be used. No preposition. Because in Ukrainian language, we say "мы зв'яжемось з." That's what in linguistics is called interference. When one language interferes with another language. In this case, your mother tongue, Ukrainian language, interferes with English structures. Okay? Contact the developer team. In English structures, there is no contact after with. There's no with or to after contact as a verb. Okay? No preposition after contact as a verb. We will contact the developer's team. Now, if you put contact as a noun, that's a totally different structure. Okay? English language is very structural. You have to follow the structure. So, if contact is a noun, for example, we will get in contact with the developer's team. Then everything is fine. Again, contact as a verb, no preposition. We will contact the team. If contact is a noun, for example, in a phrase like this, we'll get in contact with, then this preposition is okay here. Now, access, another common, very typical mistake. I cannot, that's the wrong sentence, I cannot access to your account. A very typical case for Ukrainian IT supporters. Now, why? What's the reason for making this typical mistake? Probably because in our Ukrainian language, we translate the sentence as «Я не можу доступитися до вашого аккаунту, до вашого облікового запису». See? Another case of interference. When Ukrainian language interferes with English structures, they don't work the same way. I cannot access your account. No preposition. When access is a verb. By the way, Ukrainian IT supporters quite often say access. That's not right. That's bad pronunciation. Actually, access is a totally different word in English language. Access, доступ. Access, надлежит. Alright? So I cannot access your account. No preposition when access is a verb. But when access is a noun, just like in the case of contact, there is a preposition. I cannot gain access to your account. See? I cannot gain access to. Okay? Once more. Access as a verb, no preposition. Access as a noun, like gain access, get access, receive access, to. You have to use to in this case, to your account. Now, let's go to this part of the word. Proceed. One more very typical case. Should I proceed the migration? Everything again, to us, to a Ukrainian learner, everything seems fine. But there is a structural mistake. There's a prepositional mistake. Proceed with. Should I proceed with the migration? Or should I proceed to the migration? Here, a preposition should be used, but with and to carry a little bit different meaning. In any case, there is a preposition. To us, we translate this sentence as Чи мені слід продовжувати міграцію? Let's say the migration of your server. Okay, should I proceed the migration of your server to another location or something like that? Okay, but here, продовжувати, if you want to use the word continue the process, if you want to use this meaning, continue the process. So the process has been started, then there was some sort of a pause. Now you're asking for permission. Should I proceed with it? Okay? When the process has already been started, you're asking for permission to continue the process. Продовжувати. Should I proceed with the migration? And it's not incorrect to say with that, with. Now, what if the process hasn't been started yet? Should I proceed to the migration? And here, to the migration implies the migration is step number 2. Okay? You've done the first step, or you've done the previous step. You've done this. Now you're asking your customer, you're asking your client, now should I proceed to do this? Should I proceed to the migration? Should I begin the process of migration? So in the case of proceed, either with or to should be used. Okay, so without these two prepositions, this sentence doesn't sound good. Now, but you have to take into account the meaning of proceed with or proceed to. And finally, solution. A very, very typical case for any Ukrainian IT developer to say, and almost for any. I'm not talking about 100%, everybody, but for many, the majority of Ukrainian IT supporters would say, solution for a problem. Why? Probably because of the interference issue. Вирішення для цієї проблеми. Solution to this problem, solution to this issue is the following. Solution to, please remember this, solution to, sort of розв'язок до, рішення до, sort of a key to open the door, alright? So the key to something, solution to something, not for something. Thank you for watching. These are the top 5 mistakes, prepositional mistakes that I've experienced in my life working with 4 different IT companies. So hopefully all these prepositions and all the materials you see on the whiteboard will be of use for you. Thank you for watching.